Good day, good day. Happy day. How you feeling today? Thankful. I got another video today. Today, the second video, we're going to call it U-Turn from Bitterness and Anger. So, what does that mean? In life, it's so easy, especially as you get older, for things to pile up and for a negative experience or something bad that happened to stack on top of each other. And for a lot of us, we wind up being more and more tired every day because the problems of yesterday are adding up on top of each other to the point where today it's hard for you to make it. It's a struggle every day because what happened 5 years ago, what happened 10 years ago, what happened in your childhood, whatever, it's something that weighs you down. And what's important in order to be happy, in order to feel good every day, even if you might have physical pains, you can still feel good in your mind, in your spirit, because you're not letting the negative situations, you're not letting the negative things add up and pile onto you. Okay? So, when you make a U-turn from bitterness and anger, you are free. It's a freedom that you will not believe. And so, or maybe you will believe, hopefully you will. So, I've had a lot of experiences where, I was hurt by, my ex-girlfriends or something. I was hurt by, betrayals and things like that. So there's a couple things you do. A lot of things you can just let it go. And a lot of us just can't let things go. You can't let it go. Why can't we let these things go? What is it doing for you? Somebody did you wrong, you say, I'm not going to forget that. But what you do is you hold it inside of you and it stews and it boils and it rots in your spirit, in your mind. And so what good is it doing? It's not doing any good at all. You have to learn to let it go. Throw it out. Toss it. Take it and get rid of it. Because other than that, when you're holding on to it, it's just going to make you feel worse and worse, and it's going to make you feel older. And that's why you see, some people just, they look older and tired, and you're like, hey man, how you doing? They're like, man, I'm all right. But you can hear it in their voice, you can hear it in their soul that they not all right because they mad about what happened last week. They mad about what happened 5 hours ago. And a lot of those things you can just drop. A lot of those things, it's just like, you know what? Would I rather be clear and free, or would I rather be right? And this is what this is all about. It's about being right. So you can be right. Yeah, they did you wrong. Yeah, this happened. Yeah, such and such. I want to get revenge, right? So you can be right, but you will feel wrong. You will feel bad. You will not feel good. And now, I'm not saying forget what happened completely. I'm saying in certain situations, okay, I won't put this individual in that position again to betray me, or, I got to cut him loose or whatever. Now, you can do that, of course, but you don't hold on to the event and keep repeating it, because the mind plays that game. It repeats it to you. Yeah, they did this, and you get those emotions going. Now the emotions come up, and you feed right into them, and you're a little puppet. The mind playing you like a puppet because you're all involved in something that doesn't. In actuality, it doesn't exist anymore. It's the past. It's done with. It's gone. Now, if it's something that happened, a couple minutes ago or something like that, then yeah, there will be, it's just human to have something kind of bounce around in you for a little while until you can say, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm not going to let this ruin my day, Because a lot of people say, oh man, such and such ruined my day. How is a whole day ruined off of one thing, off of two things, off of five things? How is a whole day ruined? You got 24 hours to feel good, to get right, to do your best, and to enjoy, because we're here also to enjoy. There's a lot of negative things, there's a lot of stuff going on, but you're here to enjoy everything, regardless of it's negative or positive. You enjoy the experience because the experience is what enriches. The negative enriches your life and makes the positive even better. When you work your butt off and then you sitting by the lake and the sun's out, and you're like, yeah, that's what I did all this hard work for this vacation, for this house, for this situation, whatever it is, you did all the work to pay off. So, how do you U-turn? That's a great question, right? How do you U-turn? Because sometimes you can't let things go. Sometimes it's just some things are just in there. Um, like I had some children that I didn't have, and inside that was, when I got older, when I was young, it was just like, hey, I can't afford it, this and that. But as you get older, you go, wow, this is a lot of missed opportunities. And so you feel bad about that. So then how do you get rid of something like that? Not that you get rid of it, you can let it go where you don't feel bad anymore. And so you take some time. This is the time where and this is the perfect opportunity. I mean, a lot of people are working. There's a lot of peace and quiet. There's not a lot of cars going about as normal. There's not a lot of people. It's a lot more peace right now. So this is a great opportunity for you to sit in a quiet space. And that quiet space could be a meditation room. It can be, the office or bedroom or whatever, with everything turned off. You close your eyes and you go into that experience. And you're going to feel a certain way with that experience. And it's going to, it's going to bother you, and you're going to want to just get back into it, like it's happening right now. And the mind will tell you this is happening right now. And the body will tell you this is happening right now. But this is where you stay strong and you stay focused on the fact that, hey, I'm just being present to this. I'm not getting caught back up in this story, because it's a story. And every story is talking about the past, and the past is past. The past is done. So you stay focused on the conversation, and you go over it and over it and over it. And you might need to write it out. One of my teachers said, you got an issue, write it out. So for weeks, I'm writing it out. And I'm staying quiet, meditating, or just sitting there and without doing anything else. It's the only thing you're doing. And letting it bounce around inside you and just watching it, just like everything else. A lot of this is just being the watcher. There's actually one of the Marvel characters. It's called the Watcher. What does the Marvel character Watcher do? Well, really, he's not supposed to do anything. He just watches and records. So if you can pull that out inside and have that inside yourself, where you're just watching the emotions that you're feeling from whatever you're upset about, and eventually you get tired of whatever this situation is, whatever the story is. And for some things, it'll take seconds. It'll take a few minutes. You go over it a couple times and you go, you know what? This is ridiculous. Why am I even upset about that? And you get rid of it. Some things will take days, weeks, maybe even months. If it's really deep in there, if it's a really powerful thing, you really will have to chip at it. And then one day you'll go and you'll sit down, you'll say, okay, I was upset about such and such. This is what you're kind of saying mentally. You go back into whatever it is, and you won't feel that angst. You won't feel that pain. You won't feel that upset. Now, you're still aware of whatever happened, but it's not pulling you in to negativity. It's not pulling you in to feeling bad. It's not pulling you in to a busy mind and a lot of garbage going on. So once you can get to that, then you're good. Somebody bring it up. Hey, remember that time such and such did you dirty? And that'll be the test. Life will test you. Life will say, hey, are you really over this? Or are you just acting like you are? And they'll say, remember that time such and such did you wrong? They took your car and didn't come back till midnight. And if you are over it, you'll be like, yeah, that was crazy, right? And it won't be nothing. But if you're not over it, then you'll get caught up in that anger. You go right back to, where you are. And you might even see a different level of it. You might see, last week you would have been really upset. This week you're like, yeah, you're still upset about it, but you're not as upset. And eventually you'll see it go down, down, till it goes away. So you turn from pain and anger. You turn from all these things that weigh you down because it's not doing anybody else any harm. You can, I'm waiting to get them back. And really, you're destroying yourself the whole time you're waiting to get somebody else back. So let it go. Life will handle it. And so you need to handle it yourself. And what's best for you, and what's best for you is to sweep that area of your life, clean out your closet, empty it out, and make room for love. Because there's plenty of room for love. And when you clean out these closets, when you get rid of these bitterness and angers, now you have room for love. And you will recognize love, that it shows up with every individual that you come across. Okay, mostly every individual in a variety of ways, which will actually be one of my upcoming videos is about love and feeling love and recognizing love. Recognizing love is one of the best qualities that you can receive in your life, especially when it's not a smile and a hug. It's not an outright, there's love that doesn't show up like that. So I think I've gone on long enough. My high five has become more than that. So thank you for watching, listening, subscribing. I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be alive, and I'm thankful for you. Namaste, Islam, Salam, Shalom.